Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So now we have started with the lighting part of this particular stage design over here. So as you can see over here, what we have done is like we have utilized this lights over here. So if you look at this, so we have definitely interchanged this few of the lights. Definitely will be moving this lights a bit more inside, and we'll just push it a bit over here, and let's just delete this light. We don't need this light over here right now. So again I will select this light, I'll delete this three lights over here, and I'll select this three lights over here. Again I'll give a mirror and I'll make a copy of it in x-axis, and let's just push this light right at its place over here. That would be much better over here. Looks good. So you can just push it a bit inside. If it is required, you can select this light and you can just push it a bit inside. And now what I'll be doing over here is like I'll be selecting this light, and instead of this planar I'll just make it as a dome light over here. I'll just drag it a bit down over here, and I can just increase its intensity if it is required, and let's render and see how it looks like. Oops. So let's again just push this up. The intensity is very high. Let's just make this one again, and let's just render it again. Still we need to reduce its intensity of this light because we have just converted it into a dome, so it's going to spread in a wide area. Okay, now looks much better. So let's go into render setup, and let's see some settings. Oops, I think we'll take this as area, we'll keep this as adaptive, color mapping, Reinhardt, adaptive sampler, maximum samples, let's keep it as 8 over here. Let's go up. Let's go into this noise threshold 0.01. GI, actually it's all got resetted over here. So Erdan's map 50/20 is perfect. Custom -3, -1, and your light cache will keep it till 600, and let's just render and see. Okay, looks much better over here. We can just increase its intensity of this. So if you take it to 0.1, and let's just render this. Okay, much better. Okay, although still we'll just push it up. We'll make it as 0.8, and let's see the rendering how it looks like. Okay, looks much better, but this is not the correct view. We need to take a correct view of that. So I'll just press Shift and F. I think this could be much better view for this. Still the light is very high, so we can keep to 0.2 over here, and let's again render this. Let it render. It will render fast. So you don't have a very heavy texture because mostly they are all colors over here. Alright. So now it's looking much better. You can also change the environment color. You can change the environment color. Whatever color you want, you can take that. So we have not activated the GI environment right now. And for this lights also, if you require to reduce the intensity of this photometric lights, you can easily reduce those intensity of photometric lights. That can be done. Now, what we'll be doing over here is like, we'll be taking a V-Ray light, and let's take it as a plane over here. Let's just rotate it, just push it up. Slightly reduce this light and reduce its intensity to 0.5. So we don't need any cast shadows. If you require to reduce its intensity, we can do that. Copy that and just push it over. Now let's see. Okay, so looks much better. So I'll go into rendering, environment. If you want to give any color to the environment, you can give any color to the environment. So if you give any color, then it will be more highlighted. So let's just keep it as black only. let's go into rendering, render setup. Let's go into the render setup and let's just check out with your GI, I'm sorry, your environment. So we have taken an area over here. Let's just go into the environment. So if we just activate the environment, we will see that it will work in this way. We need to set up a proper camera angle, so let's just set up a good camera angle over here. So we need a better camera angle. I think we can set up a good camera angle and then let's just render and see how it looks like. So select this light over here. Intensity is although very high of this light. Intensity, let's keep it as 2 over here. Let's render and see. Now this looks much better. So you can render few of the areas if it is required. Alright. You can reduce the intensity of this photometric lights. It's very high. You can easily reduce that. And let's render it and see. It looks much better. So make sure you save your file. I think this looks good that you have a higher intensity over here. this light. At the center we have assigned a V-Ray light pink color. Alright. Can just save this image. Alright, so let's just save this. Now, if we can go into this, if we try to just shift this more down over here, save your file, you can just select the target over here, just drag it down. Okay, this is illuminating in a much better way. Okay. You can also define the emit radius. So you can just define the emit radius of that light. It's very high. It's very high. Much better. So we want to just illuminate the few areas of this with that light. So I'm putting it in this way. So this light is almost illuminating this area. So rendering, render setup. We activated this GI, and now if I activate this reflection and refraction, that can also be done. And if you just off this both and render it, this also looks good over here, much better. Make sure your areas are not that darker. Okay. So I'm just offing this, activating this, and in the GI environment, if you want any color on that particular set, you can use that GI. And now if you just render it, you will see a difference over it. That's it. So guys, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section over here. Save your file. So thanks for watching this tutorial.